Welcome, everybody. We got tons of people flooding in here last minute from all over the world. Literally, my name is Eric Allen. You're going to hear from me for just a little bit. And you're going to hear from two of the best guys, servant leaders I know. And we're just excited to have you with us. What I like everybody to do, take a deep breath, get to your happy place, put your credit cards, your crypto wallets, your purses, put them away. Not going to ask for money tonight. We are going to share something with you that it's an idea whose time has come with amazing people, not me, but many other amazing people that have come together. And we're excited to literally share something with you first, not just in your city, your town, your region, but literally in the entire world as we're getting ready to pre-launch a global movement that we are just absolutely ecstatic about. If I can get my slide deck up here, that would be a great thing. There we go. Whoops. So I'm going to jump right in. We're going to get right to the meat of the matter. Again, welcome. Thanks for coming on. My name is Eric Allen. I live in Zionsville, Indiana. If you've never been there, put it on your bucket list, please. It's getting nice and warmer this time of year, and never thought I'd be here. On the ownership side of a relationship-driven movement like this, but just blessed to be here with some other great guys you're going to hear from in just a minute. So here we go. I hope what we share with you is compelling. I hope it resonates with you, and we hope that you will answer the call to leadership and consider being one of our first founding visionaries with Nelolife. We're showing the world how to teach, travel, transform, and the first question is always, what is it? What do I get here? What are you all about? What's this Nelolife thing? Well, Nelolife, here's our mission. Here's our goal, I should say, friends. Our vision is to create the most premier global lifestyle membership that's going to compound positive high peak experiences by unifying communities and transforming lives one at a time. Yes, we have a very bold vision. Somebody's got to answer the call, and it's time for good people throughout the entire world to come together and uplift and transform humanity. Also, if you want to make money, we don't hide it. We are here to help you make money quickly, sustainably for a long, long time so you can get out, take that money, and have greater social impact in your local and ultimately global communities. All right. You see the three of us here, Eric, Larry, and Nick. We're the co-founders of Nelolife, but it's not just us three, not at all. We have got a world-class team in our corner that we've aligned with, from technology to finance to graphics, creatives, legal, on and on and on. It's a world-class outfit. I'm probably the weakest link of any of them, but they keep me around for some reason. And even more encouraging and inspiring is we've already attracted many multiple 6, 7, even 8-figure earners who have decided to put our collective egos aside and just say, let's go and do something together that every other opportunity has prepared us for. And let's leave a lasting dent in the universe. We have 3 core values. These are non-negotiable: trust, transparency, transformation. We're going to be radically transparent. We're not going to be perfect. I wouldn't expect any of you to be. We're not going to be. We're going to make mistakes. We're going to take ownership of it, and we're going to course correct immediately and succinctly. Trust. If you ever read a book by Stephen Covey Jr., it was called The Speed of Trust. And basically in that book, and this has been a while, he talked about trust being the new currency, kind of like one of those things we learned in kindergarten and a lot of people forget. I've certainly been guilty of that. But, trust is a funny thing, right? I mean, I could spend the rest of my life, so could Larry, Nick, building trust with you, building trust with each other, and just make one really selfish, poor decision and violate and ruin that trust for the rest of our lives, trying to rebuild that with you. Can I see a show of hands, please? Have any of you ever gotten excited about a home-based business before? You made sacrifices, you made commitments, you put some hard work into it, only to have decisions made behind the corporate curtain absolutely devastate and decimate those hopes and dreams. Anybody ever been there? That's the human entrepreneurial condition. I think over 100 hands went up just on that question alone. Guess what? So have we. And you know what? It stinks, it hurts, and that is a crown we wear very, very heavily. The buck stops with us. And I hope what you see in this movement, it's very much every bit as much your company as it is ours. You just get to live that amazing residual lifestyle if you put in the work effort and benefit from our unified global pay plan we're going to talk about in just a few minutes. Now, here is our mission statement. This is a bold one, right? Nelolife. Nelo is nurturing excellence, living optimally. Nelolife is dedicated to excellence in every aspect of life, offering unparalleled lifestyle experiences, immersive travel adventures, value price premium products, and expert financial trading solutions to help our members achieve global success. So again, friends, what's so amazing right now is we're living in the most fascinating times. I'm sure every generation has said that, but the way technology is growing and evolving, it's absolutely incredible. It's even scary in some areas. But what is technology allows us to do is really become a high-tech, high-touch play. See, when you join our lifestyle membership, you're part of a greater global community that puts you front and center. We're able to use the latest in technology to find out, understand your hopes, your dreams, your desires, and provide more and more value that resonates with you. We want people to come in. We want you to never, ever leave, not only because of the value, but the culture and what we're building. So what does our membership give you? Now, we've got people in, I see at least a dozen different countries on this live presentation, and dozens more will watch the recorded one. So we're going to tailor this to everybody. Okay. There's some things available in the United States that are not going to be available internationally. And there's something available internationally that unfortunately is not available in the United States. Your membership is going to get you Nelolife travel, Nelolife trips here in America, Nelolife streaming for everyone, Nelolife shops starting off in America, Nelolife trade, which is available internationally. Now, what exactly are these core pillars? Let's break them down. First, let's talk about travel. Show of hands. Anybody wish they're on vacation right now? Anybody living for their next vacation? Anybody? Yeah. All right. There they all go up. Okay. I mean, I don't know about you, but yes, most people across the planet, if you had more time and money, what would you do? Travel. I travel. I create more high peak experiences. I world school my kids. And it's something that, a lot of companies, they put out an incentive trip. That's when people get really excited. What if that incentive trip could be a core part of our value offering? And that's what you get with Nelo Travel. You're going to get your very own travel portal. Your Nelolife travel portal, it's going to give you the lowest net rate pricing available on hotels, resorts, cruise lines, vacation rental properties, and on and on and on. It's very simple. It'll be browser-based here. And then in the next few weeks, months ahead, we'll have an app-based environment that you'll be able to search through millions and millions of inventory and find great, great rates. The goal is make a few bookings a year. It more than justifies your membership. We just got our new portal skinned. It's going to look even cooler than what you see on the screen there, although that's pretty cool. And again, you click it, you book it, you go, save money. Sometimes it's 10%, 30%, sometimes 50, 60%, especially on the vacation weeks. If you've ever been to a timeshare presentation, sometimes it's 5, 10, up to $50,000, 2, 3, 4,000 a year in maintenance dues. What if you could have access to a lot of that exact same inventory for a fraction, like pennies on the dollar? Well, that's what you get with our vacation week rentals. You'll find week-long stays all over the world. I just gave one of many, many examples. Go down to Florida, stay at a nice villa resort. It would cost everybody else $700, $800, but because you're a Life Travel member with us, you get it for a fraction of that. I can't even stay home with my family, wife, 4 kids for $289 for a week. I mean, seriously, we can't. So that's going to be awesome. Now, what if we could take it to the next level? For those of you living here in the United States, we are going to give you high touch, carefully curated VIP group travel. Imagine going with dozens, hundreds of awesome, like-minded people to amazing locations, adventures across the globe. You click it, you book it, you show up. Airport transfers included. You got a host there. You got excursions, inclusions, VIP welcome receptions, DJ, happy hour, and on and on. It's the best thing in the world. I mean, our kids are playing together. We're hanging out together. I guarantee you get on one, you're never going to leave. You're going to just get ready for your next one. And in fact, even though we haven't even pre-launched yet, we've got our very first life trip coming out for people to book in the next couple of weeks. Contract is signed. We're ready to go. This one's going to be down at a 5-star, ultra all-inclusive boutique resort in Riviera Maya. You can add on additional days. We'll have installment payment plans, all that good stuff. And it's going to be epic. It's actually one of the best properties that I've ever been to. So can't wait to get you down there. Details coming. We'll get the dates firmed up. You know, you got canopies, you get a dance party. It's all inclusive, all you can eat, all you can drink. Behave yourselves. So get ready. That'll be kind of our first pre-launch kind of in-person kickoff event down at an amazing place. And it's only got 350 rooms. We got 100 reserved. We'll try to get more if needed. Going to be awesome. But again, we want to know what your hopes and dreams are. We want to help you check off more of your bucket list items. Maybe you're into adventure. Maybe it's family friendly. We have any single people on the presentation tonight? Single people. Yep. Check out all the other single people. Okay. Make a difference trips, cruise trips, inspirational trips, women's empowerment trips, and on and on and on. Every single one of our life trips is going to have a philanthropic component, completely optional. But imagine, you know, going to a really nice all-inclusive resort in a nice area. And then if you want, jump on a bus, spend a couple hours at a local community with one of our charity or NGO partners that's making a real difference. Meet the kids, meet the families. Others will be fully immersive, make a difference trips where you can be side by side, building schools, fully immersed in those communities. Can't wait to do more of that and experience that with so many of you. All right. So the goal, check off more and more of your bucket list items. That's just one component of your overall lifestyle membership. The next part, available to everyone everywhere, is our Nelolife streaming. At least once a month, we're going to bring in a top thought leader, expert from whatever area you want. Maybe it's leadership development. Maybe it's teamwork. Maybe it's financial literacy, whatever. Maybe we bring in some celebrities. Imagine with technology, they can translate in near time in over 200 languages across the world. And then you give us your feedback. Did you like that speaker? Should we have them back? What topics do you want next month? And then we take that we take that video, we put it in our library for 24/7 access, and we're going to add other courses, other cool stuff in there as part of your membership. And if that's not enough, if you live here in the United States, you will also have access to your very own Life Shop. This is going to be an ever-growing e-commerce store based on your interests, the things you want to see. We've already got, thanks to Nick Sorensen, his connection, we've already got 10 of the top-selling nutritional supplements in America right now under our own brand called Life Converted. Okay, this is going to be wholesale pricing. We're not going to do the typical 7 to 12x markup. It's going to have the exact same premium ingredients that a lot of people are paying top dollar for, especially in the home-based business arena. We're not going to jack it up 7 to 12x just to pay out through a comp plan. You get access to this and so much more to come. Nick actually sent me 20 more products that we're excited to add to it, and on and on and on. So that will continually evolve and grow as well. Now, we're getting a lot of questions like, tell me about this trading. I mean, I got people all over the world that are really into Forex trading and crypto bot trading. I mean, tell us about this. And I can't think of anything better. One of the very first phone calls I made after I shared this with my wife, she said, who are you going to tell? Who else is going to do this with you? I said, well, Nick and Larry, they just don't know it yet. And I made a call. I laid it out to him. Now, Nick's a lot more analytical. He processes things, and I love that about him. And after a while, he's like, yeah, let's do this. So, Nick, you bring a ton of successful experience, both in direct selling, but even more so out of the industry. So I'm going to turn it over to you, my friend, co-founder Nick Sorensen.
Appreciate it, Eric. Love the information on the travel piece. And the reason we have that, and I believe that the best travel product on the planet is because of Eric, because of what he's done in his past, his great relationships, the crazy low net pricing you all are going to see. Just for that alone, just the travel piece, it's worth the cost for membership. Just the life trips is worth the cost for membership. Every category that you see us bring within this lifestyle membership club, our goal is that when you look back on this months down the road, a year down the road, 5 years down the road, say, hey, just this one category is worth every penny that we paid. And I think that you'll see that that's definitely our goal. Same thing with the life store, right? If you participate, buy those products, you're going to save substantial amounts of money that will not only offset, but also put more money in your pocket. And it's the same thing with this financial product. This will only be available outside of the United States, but we're taking years of trading experience, a whole group of traders that have actually been trading for their own fund for the last handful of years. They've had massive success. We'll basically take a brand new person that's never done this before, very simply, get them to go from not knowing to having success in the markets by leveraging their technology, by leveraging all of their experience. And so their goal is to be the top asset manager in the world by capital preservation, number one, and then just slow capital growth. Their strategy is literally to build your accounts by compounding, by taking slow daily wins. They use an 80% algorithm versus 20% human. And so algorithms are phenomenal. They pick up just definitely trends in the marketplace, and they eliminate all the emotion and psychology of it. But it's also good to have some human intervention to know when to run the algorithms, when to step in front, and when to actually help them have success. And so if you go to the next slide, you'll see so a lot of their historical data shows that, hey, their strategy that they have, the success they've had, the technology they're working with has literally led them to a lot of success. Next slide, please, Eric. So on the next slide, you'll show what they did last year in 2023. Now, past performance does not predict future results. We're always going to share that, right? They have a whole team of traders and a number of algorithms that they diversify across the portfolio. But last year, they got 57.89%. Just to show you how massive that is, the top hedge fund in the United States last year, I think, did 48% according to Google. The very bottom left, you'll see month by month, right? And so their goal is not to take huge wins. Their goal is to be very simple, very conservative, and with compound interest, be able to grow accounts. What I love about it, what people are loving about it, that we've talked to them about it, is that it's simple, right? You don't have to become an expert trader. You don't have to put hours and hours in. You basically plug into a system. What I love about our travel program, you don't have to become a travel agent, right? You literally connect through our web portal, and you connect your friends, customers, people in your organization to a web portal that gets them net pricing. What I love about our life trips, right, is that it's very simple. They have them done for you. They got it all planned, ready to roll. No figuring out what to do on the trips. It's all done for you. So our model is to bring as much value as we possibly can in every category that we deliver, not only the ones that we'll be launching with, but also the ones that will be coming, in the months and years down the road, to say, hey, this is so much value. It's a great opportunity for any customer to jump on board with, but it's also something that, hey, I would like to share this and tell people about it. So appreciate you having me on, Eric. I'm going to go ahead and turn it back to you.
Love you, brother. Thank you so much, as always. So what's the price? I know this is where everybody gets a little nervous. $59 USD per month to get all that. And more and more and more. That's right. $59 per month, no contracts, no commitments, get you all those components. Friends, we want you to come in, and we want anybody anywhere in the world. I don't care if you live in rural sub-Saharan Africa, you live in Iceland, you live in Mexico, live in the States, you live in Asia. It doesn't matter. We want a price point where everybody can benefit and everybody can participate. And we even have a referral program. Refer 3 other people who want to be a part of our community and get all that value. And as soon as you get your third one, your membership is free. Refer 3 and it's free. Simple as that. Now let's shift gears. You know what? Is anybody not ashamed to admit they need to make more money? They want to make more money. They have to make more money. Put your hand up. Like, anybody out there? Okay, we got a few. Oh, now they're all coming up. Okay. Well, guess what? We know that. We feel your pain. Trust me. I see it. I experience it. I feel it every single day. And the guy I'm going to bring in next was instrumental in our unified global pay plan, because he's been there. He's the hardest worker that I've ever met. I thought I was a beast. This guy just takes to a whole nother level. And he's always like, no, we can give him more. No, give him more. And then sometimes Nick's like, well, hold on, let me do the math. And our finance guys and other COO are like, well, hold on. They're like, no, let's just give him more. So we would invite you to be an affiliate if you're interested in making money with us. It's $40 one time per year, except your first year, it's going to be $20. All we ask is within 30 days of signing up, go make a minimum $20 donation to your favorite church, charity, NGO. There'll be a little verification form in your digital office. A lot of that's on the honor system, but we trust you're good people. At least go make a $20 donation to a cause that you're passionate about. So When you're an affiliate, you get to participate in our unified global pay plan. You get tons of training, development, the best technology, marketing, all the bells and whistles, gadgets. And yep, you're in business for yourself, but as we say, you're not by yourself. We're here to help you win. We want to help as many people get to their goals and dreams as possible. We're going to run awesome promotions and incentives. So without further ado, one more slide. Here's what's powerful. You get to actually capitalize on the literally largest industries in the entire world. I mean, online learning just in the United States is $44.2 billion. You know, we're going to have all these products at great pricing at a premium level in our life shop. Travel, a lot of people don't realize, is the second largest industry in the world. $8.3 trillion industry, expected to grow exponentially the years ahead here post-COVID. You know how big $8.3 trillion is? That slide can't even fit on this, that bar can't even fit on the screen. And you don't have to grab a whole lot of brand loyalty and travel alone to become the largest company in the world. You don't even need a slice of the pie. You need the goo that's left over when you put the knife in it, right? That's how big travel is. And then Nick just talked about trading. I mean, all the others are annualized. Trading is $7.2 trillion industry every 24 hours. So you get to be in the largest industries and benefit in sharing this with others. So without further ado, our other co-founder, my dear brother, my triplet, Larry Lane, take it away, my friend.
Eric, thank you so much. And thank you, Nick. You know, I'm excited. We got so many people on tonight. And, you know, just like Eric said, when we came together to do this a couple of weeks ago, the main thing I wanted to focus on was the unified global pay plan, because we want people around the world to be making as much as they possibly can. So we came up with 7 ways that we're going to be paying you at Nelolife, and it's a 70% payout. So the first one that we're going to go over, that is our starter bonus. And as Eric said, you get started, it's $59 plus that $20 for the first year. So that's $79 to come into the business. Every time someone comes in, we're going to give you that $25 starter bonus. We also have our unified bonus. That's going to earn you $75. That one's going to be paid weekly along with the starter bonus. The unified build, that is going to be a monthly check. I'm going to go over that as well. We have our CAB bonus. That's our customer acquisition bonus. That is when people that come into the business, they don't want to do the business, they just want to be a customer for $59. So what we're going to do on that is we're actually going to pay $25 if that is your level 1 customer, but then we're also going to pay $9 above you and then $6. So that's going to be a 3-tier CAB bonus that's going to be paid weekly as well. We have our customer loyalty. I'm going to go over that for all your customers that are coming in. We have our check match is going to be paid monthly. And then we also have global pools. So we're going to break these down for you right now. So the first one is this is basically our customer loyalty program. So again, as you start bringing people in that just maybe want to get the products that, you know, we mentioned in the store, or they just want to get the travel, you're going to be getting every single month. It's like a 5-tier unilevel for all of your customers. So every single month, if your customers are ordering products, you're going to be getting these percentages: 25% on your level 1 customers, tier 1, and it's going to be 15% on the second tier, 10%, and then 5% and 5%. Let's just look at the $59 membership fee. If you had customers that were renewing that every single month for $59, that 25% would break down to about $13.75. The great thing about this is your customer loyalty is going to be growing. So as you're bringing people into the business, as they're bringing in customers, they'll be going into your customer loyalty unilevel, and you'll be making those residual incomes off that every single month. The other thing that's pretty cool is if you sign up somebody as a customer, like Eric mentioned, and they bring in 3 of their friends that want to be customers and travel, once they bring in that third person at that $59, they are going to actually have their membership fee is going to be waived. The other thing is, if you're the business builder, you're going to earn those 25% starter bonuses when those customers come in, and they will be your level 1 customer. So this will grow as your team grows as well. So the second one is going to be our starter bonus. This one's very easy. When someone comes in for the $79, that's the 59 plus the 20 for the first year, you are going to get that starter bonus. It's going to be $25. So here, if you look at this scenario, I brought Bob into the business. When I brought Bob in, he started at $79. I made that $25 starter bonus. That's going to be paid every single week. Now, Bob goes out and Bob tells Sue and Bob tells John. They come in for their 79 and start the business. And then in this situation, Bob is going to get $50 starter bonus. So this one is paid weekly. Again, as many people as you bring in, we're going to be paying you those $25 starter bonuses. The unified bonus, this one is myself and Eric and Nick. This is all of our brainchild. But what we've done here is really helped. If someone brings someone into the business, we really wanted them to motivate them to help that person have success. So what it means to be unified is you're going to sign somebody up personally. So in this situation, I'm going to bring in Bob. I'm going to make that $25 starter bonus that we already talked about, but I'm going to have 30 days for when Bob signs up. There's a 30-day clock right when he signs up that I'm going to go out and I'm going to work with Bob and help him get unified. And that means Bob is going to bring in his 2 personal people, and then those 2 are each going to get 2 people. When we complete that, Bob is now unified. And as Bob's sponsor, I will make an additional $75 unified bonus. So you can do this over and over and over with your personals. Now you see Bob brought in Sue and John. So Sue and John are Bob's 2 personals. They've each already got their 2. So now Bob goes out and helps John close that 4 line. And now John is unified. Bob is going to make that $75. Now Bob goes over and helps Sue. Sue's already got her 2, and then he's going to help those 2 each get 2. Now Sue is unified, and Bob is going to make that $75, plus he already got his 25. So every time you help unify one of your personals within 30 days, you're going to get that $100 bonus. And the other thing that's going to be really cool with our amazing technology, think about being able to click on all of your personals and you literally have that clock. You know, Bob has 14 days left to get unified. John has 3 days left to get unified, but Bill only has 1 day left. So you'll be able to go out and help who you need to get unified. So this is incredible. This is going to build people's matrix check, and this is also going to give them all of these bonuses are paid weekly, the starter bonus and the unified bonus. Now, what we have here, it is a 2x16 unified community build, which means you are building in your community, people you bring in are building in your community, people above you are building in your community. And we'll hit the slides, but you'll see as this starts to fill in, you have tiers. On your first tier, it's 2 people. On your next tier, it's 4 people. Next tier is 8 people. And that literally continues to go down, and you're filling in this 2x16 community build. Every single person that lands anywhere in your community build, it does not matter who put them there. Even if it came from above, you're going to be making 1.75%, which is about $1 per person for everybody that lands in your community build, all the way up to 2.5%. So we're going to go over some rank advancements as well, but not only can you earn $1 to start, but you'll be able to earn up to $1.47 per person. Now, just to let you know, a 2x16 community build, if you filled in all 16 levels, that's 131,000 people. That could take you a year to do that, but it is possible. So literally think about between $1 to $1.47 for every single person that's in your community. Every single month, you're making that commission. Now, we really want you to focus right here on tier number 4. This is the line of people with 16. What we wanted to do here is we are going to let you come in. If you come in for $79, even if you don't sign up any person, you don't sign up anybody to start, we're going to give you the 2, the 4, the 8, and the 16. We're going to let those people fill in, and we're going to let you earn on that. Level 16, or tier 4, the 16 line, is going to pay you 5%. That's going to be about $2.95 a month for every person that's on that tier right there. What that does is this total amount here would total about $62 a month you would be earning in the matrix, even if you didn't bring in a single person. That is going to cover the $59 monthly membership. That is going to give us great retention. You see these flags, it's very, very powerful because we're going to have people coming in from all over the world. Remember, you come in and you bring in 0, we're going to give you 5 levels of your community at $1 per person. If you bring in 2 personals, we're going to give you 10 levels of your whole community at $1 per person. And if you bring in 2 who each get 2, you're now unified. We're literally giving you all 16 levels at $1 per person, and that can grow to $1.47 per person. So this one we're all building together. Anybody underneath you in your community, you're getting paid every single month. So Eric, we'll go to the next slide. Our matching bonus, we have a 5-level check match bonus. This is the biggest part of the plan to me. I always love a check match because this really makes you plug in with your team, and it really makes you help your teams duplicate and support them. And I like when people bring people into something and support them. So we have a 5-level tier match. And what that means is usually on a matching bonus, a lot of times there's companies out there right now, they give you 50% on level 1, which is all your personals. Okay. 50% is great, but most people can't bring in but 2, 4, 5, maybe 10 people. So your first level is always the least amount of check matches. So the fact that you've got 50%, that's your lion's share. They gave away all your matching bonuses on level 1. We wanted to spread that out. So we're going to be doing 20% for your personals, which means if I sponsor Jeanette and Jeanette is making $10,000 a month in her matrix check, I'm going to get 20% match. That's going to be $2,000 every single month. Jeanette's matrix check is going to grow because her community is going to grow, and my 20% check match will also grow. Next level, the second level, we're going to give 10%, 10% on the third, 10% on the fourth, and 10% on the fifth. That's very big because on the 4th and 5th level, if you're bringing in a lot of people for the business, you could be matching hundreds, if not eventually thousands, on level 4 and level 5. Usually you're getting 2% because they gave you everything on level 1. Here, we're going to be giving you 10% down 4 levels and 20% on your first level. This is powerful. You know, if you think about it, the community build, the 2x16, if that maxed out at 131,000 people, even at $1 a person, that would be $131,000 each month for your matrix check. But this is going to be much bigger than that on down the road, the matrix checks. Here is an example on your matching checks. So in this example, you're at the top, you brought in 10 people. If those 10 people each went out and just got 2, so that would be 10, 20, 30, 10, 40, 80, 160. And then we're going to use the example here. The average check in the matrix for all of these examples is $150. So you've got 10 on your first level. That's your personals. That's $1,500 at 20%. That's $300. The next level, those 10 got 2. You've got 20. $150 check match average in the matrix. That's $3,000 at 10% second level. That's another $300. The next one, you've now got the 20 got 2. You've got 40 on that tier. 40 times 150. Now you're at $6,000 times 10% for your match on this level is another $600. 80 on the next level, $150. 12,000. You're still at 10% on this level, $1,200. And the last one is 160 people because everybody got 2 at $150 check. That's $24,000, 10%. That's $2,400. Just on an example of you getting 10 and then they each went out and got 2 each, that could be $4,800 a month just in your check matches with only 10 people, not counting your matrices, not counting your starter bonuses, not counting your unified bonuses. Guys, this is the best compensation plan on the market. So I'm very, very excited. So go ahead, Eric. And what I'll say with all I want to do is when we finish this is I know Eric's got a couple more slides, but the other thing we did for everybody on this Zoom and everybody around the world, we made a $79 price point. And we did that because I know my heart, I know Eric's heart, and I know Nick's heart. We are in this to help people. We are in this. We just showed you what you can do with this global revenue plan just by sharing it with a few people. Most people say, oh, I don't travel. The only reason people don't travel is because they're not making enough money to pay their bills. They would be traveling. If you were making the money I just showed you in that matching bonuses, you would be on the beaches of Hawaii next week. I promise you. So I think what we've put under one roof is going to change a lot of lives. We are going to be going live in April, and this is the time now to be sharing with people, hey, look, you want to get on my list? This is going to be absolutely incredible. It's global. Start making that list so when we go live, you're ready to start sharing it. But Eric, I'm going to turn it back over to you. I just want to thank you and Nick so much for everything you're doing. I'm honored to be working with you. And there's so many people on this Zoom. We've all got our teams and people we love, and we are here to help people and make a difference in their life. That's what this is all about.
Amen, brother. All right. I'm not going to just talk to be talking here. So let's close it up. Y'all been generous with your time. We really want to co-create something special all across the world and just do something that's never been done before. I'm the guy crazy enough to think that we will put 100 million people into our community and leave our own positive dent and legacy on the universe. You all have rights too, right? We put it out here. I don't know of any other companies that have a real co-creation agreement with their field leadership. These documents are available to you, but you need to have peace of mind knowing that we have your best interests at heart and hold us accountable to doing so. And then we do have expectations for all of you. Should you decide to join, here's what I would say. If you're a good person, if you care about helping other people, if you really want to have a platform where your voice is valued, where you can help co-create the right cultural foundation from day one, you are who we want right now. You are who we want. If you're a good human being, wherever you're at in the world, we'd love for you to come in and just help us to help you shine your light together. All right. So recap, being affiliates, $20 your first year, $59 per month to have your lifestyle membership. That's a total of $79 if you would like to do both. That's it. Not $7,900, not $790. $79. So friends, please get back with the person that shared with you. If you do want to step on a little bit of faith and you catch the vision of what we're doing and where we're going, definitely just start having fun on a piece of paper. Just start writing out at 2, 4, 8, 16 spots, because as Larry showed you, you can't go wider than 2. You get your two ride or dies, work with them, bring in others, and they just have to fill in where they fill in. Obviously, timing, placement matter, but most importantly, we want you to come in here, fall in love with what we're doing, and just naturally, organically, through osmosis, just want to get out and share the love and light with other people. We appreciate you. We value you. Have a great, great night. God bless. And Randy Schrader, the legendary Randy Schrader, will be training on Saturday. We'll get you those details. Make sure you're in our Facebook community, Telegram, WhatsApp. Have a great evening. Let's go change the world. Thanks, guys.
Bye, everybody.